Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we're on number 3 of pre-recorded episodes. I've actually always wanted to do this Marina customization because it sounds so fun. But good evening everyone, right now it's Friday 26th of December, 11:16 Friday 26th of December. This again a pre-recorded one. Actually, to be honest, this episode didn't need to be pre-recorded, mind you. But I also did think I might as well have them all like pre-recorded together rather than do like 2 pre-recorded, 1 non-pre-recorded, and then 6 more pre-recorded. It's just one more episode. How hard could it be? But I know your one is Underwater Palace, and I'm actually very interested in doing this one because it seems like it could be a really fun concept. Are there any? Like, what's the most waterfally one? This one's quite waterfally. I think it's good. Oh, this one's also kind of surrounded by water. Let's try this one. I'm basically kind of looking now for any acres which aren't completely filled up. You know, one, like if it doesn't have a ... put someone else in there, you know? That's kind of the idea. I would like it to be evenly spread around everywhere. In my mind, that seems the most fun, that people can walk around like with different places on the islands or whatever and visit each other, but you know, that's not really how it works. I think how cool that would be if it could somehow load in all 413 villages, different houses onto like one map or whatever. Yes, okay, so we'll be going over here and we'll see what happens. So I think mostly the inside is actually going to be this is going to be a scene in my mind rather than necessarily anything else. Wait, hold on, what was it? Underwater Palace, right? Yeah, Underwater Palace. There's basically only one correct option for, yeah, that stuff, right? And I'm actually shocked you don't want the shell bed as mandatory. But I want this to look ethereal, if at all possible. Like she's a princess and she goes, "Oh, welcome." Something like that. That sort of vibe, you know. It should feel like an absolute... It should feel incroyable entering her palace. Like you've just stepped into a whole other world which you are never privy to. You've never been privy to. I wanted to put like a column in, but I don't know where columns go. And there's not a lot of underwatery style things I can put down, which makes sense, right? Because normally if I want something to look grand, I would put in those artist statues, but maybe that doesn't make sense here. But I also, again, I don't know where the columns are. I want to put like white pillars behind her. Essentially. I don't even know what they're called. Let's look them up. Wikipedia. Pillar? Decorative pillar. Okay. Decorative pillar. Here we go. I think a ruined decorated pillar might actually look a bit better if we can get a nice coloration for it. Yeah, pure white. Or maybe mossy makes more sense. No, I think pure white. So I think we just sort of shift it out a little bit like this. Like that already looks incredibly grand. We can put stuff on top of the pillars. I don't know what we'd put up there to make it feel even grander. Sea globe? No, that feels weird. Wait, can we put the urns up there? I don't think so, but that would be nice though. We should also flip them, just so it's at least slightly visually different. My mind is we should get something which glows. Scorpio lamp. Oh, yes, perfect. This must have a pearl variation. It does. So I think that's a really good start. I'm just trying to think what else. I want something like a water fountain, like something pouring in water from the side, but that's not possible, unfortunately. That would be really nice though. Machine, can we make it white so it's hidden? Or maybe we can slot it in over here. Hold on. Does this work? I can't believe that kind of works. What other sort of things do we want around? I actually think, even though it's going to look a little bit repetitive, I think it looks really good. IMO. These things. What's happening? Like, this looks just grand. Like, I don't even think we need these things anymore. But what else can we put down? Little shell stools. They kind of get lost in the background there, but that's fine, I think. We can put something else on the side here, I think, just to make it a bit more interesting. What exactly? I don't know. I didn't really think that far, but... Shell partition? And then I want to put a light which softly glows. Maybe white's fine. It feels in some way purer. There is stuff we can put on the walls. We can put fishes on the walls, right? Yeah, like these things. Annoyingly, we can't make them go the other way. So they're just kind of like this. But that's gonna be how we put like our non-symmetry in. Oh, I didn't even think about this. We could just bathe the entire thing in blue light. Obviously underwater. Yeah, I actually think we get rid of that hanging cube light then. I don't think we need it. What I do think we need is we definitely need the glowing moss. Blue? I think we'll do blue. Kind of feels like vaguely like bubbles. I also want to put something which makes sound in here. Don't know how plausible that's going to be. Oh, I got a brilliant idea. Put the shell music box in here, right? That's like the perfect thing. I don't really know where to... Oh, maybe we can put this... These two over here. Shift them up a bit, just to make it feel a bit more sort of rounded, I think. This actually feels beautiful, somehow. What's a recommended outfit for you? It's got to be surely a crown and something. Sailor collar dress? That strikes me as a bit strange. Oh, pearls. So this is actually how we'll properly get our asymmetry in. Just put some sort of pearls and coral scattered about. Okay, not a lot of room. I think that works. The bubbles through the shout actually seem incredible. I'm obviously going to give you the mermaid outfit, I think. Like, I'm shocked this isn't the recommended item. This one certainly looks a lot better. I don't know if there's a mermaid crown, but there is a tiara, which probably... Like, that feels okay. But the problem is it's very obviously feathers. Oh, there is a mermaid tiara. Why is this not your default assumed outfit for this? That looks honestly exactly as I envisioned it. So unfortunately, we can't make this quite what we want it to look like. Actually, we kind of can. We can cheat. We can make it winter. To try and kind of make it look like snow. And then I think... I don't know if it ever rains. It's always just snow in winter, isn't it? But it kind of looks like bubbles, right? What if we just cover everything in sand? We're doing some extreme terraforming here. Would it be nice if it would allow us to do this naturally? Would it be nice if there was a fill button? Yes, yes, and yes. But we're going to pretend the snow are bubbles. And we're going to pretend the white blanket beneath our feet is the white sands of a shore below. It's not. But with the power of make-believe, it can be anything. Anyway, you gotta live in a grand palace. What do you mean there's not enough space here? Also, the outside really doesn't matter, like in the slightest, I think. It's all kind of about the inside. That's my thinking, at least. And there is like a seashell. Oh yeah, right there, a seashell reef. Oh. I don't really know what we're going to put outside though. Guess we'll put a shell table, because we need to put it somewhere else. We'll just make it look like a massive beach. That's not the glowing moss, is it? I want to put the glowing moss down. Oh. Wait, how do I... It's not glowing in the slightest. That's the whole point of me putting you in here, is that you're meant to be glowing. At least you kind of fit the vibe still. What else can we chuck down here? A little crab. Stylish spotlight. A wave breaker. It's a bit boring. I want to do a boat as if it's like a sunken boat. Yeah, damaged, hold on. Like it got marooned up here or something. And we're putting down those seashells as if they're trees. What else can we really put down here? Smaller ones? There's really not a lot we can put out here, I think, to fit the aesthetic of what I'm going for. We just kind of had to scatter a load of things on the ground. That's kind of the only thing which makes sense to me. Like, this is the concept. Mermaid princess finds a chick teeming with life. And you're approaching as somehow, I don't know, you got saved by her or something. You can see it's the start of a fairy tale. Okay, I don't think anyone cares about this outside. I'm gonna be real. Like, I was trying to think what else to even put down, but I'm like, it doesn't give you a lot of options for good things. I guess we could put fishes down, like fish models or something. But I think the pièce de résistance is in here. I actually think, hold on. I almost never pay attention to sparkles now. We absolutely need like fuzzly bubs on this bed. She's going to be standing in front of it. This is going to be like her throne. Because annoyingly, you can't make the villagers sit down on a bed. I wish you could. It would make so much sense. Like, instead of lying down, they could just sit down. And instead of lying down on one of two sides, we could actually sit, lie in the middle. You know? It's amazing how many sort of shots of symmetry are not allowed. This place. I also didn't realise the bow was built into the back of her head. That seems strange to me. We could have done green kelp, to be honest, but I want to give you the impression that everything looks, you know, very bluish underwater, right? Why isn't she facing a camera in any of these? So yeah, I'm sort of like doing a colour-based trick to make you be like, oh, the scenery down here is blue. So it is green, but under a blue light. Although, I mean, she is very sort of very brightly pink, so it kind of doesn't work. But... okay. This is the concept. We're only going to have a moment to do handheld camera, but... I think I didn't do it fast enough. Where are you going, girl? You're posing for the camera. Come on. So okay, we go handheld camera and it's almost immediately. Down. Bring. Just like that. The mermaid princess greeting you to her palace. That's the idea at least. You can't see a logo like that, but you don't have a lot of time otherwise. It is a very confusing thing. It's like, why did Nintendo make them do that? They stand still for your pose, but then as soon as they do any sort of emote because you're nearby in handheld mode, we just immediately start walking around again. Why can I not tell them just sit there, sit still, look pretty? You know. Anyway, we'll work a little longer. We'll keep going. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So, until next time. Bye-bye for now.